Hello, my name is DC, and I'm kind of a big deal. And this is Armored Kill. There are 4 new maps in Armored Kill, which include Death Valley, Armored Shield, Alborz Mountains,
I repeat, the enemy has taken the objective.
and last but certainly not least, Bandar Desert. There's also a new game mode called Tank Superiority. The basic concept of this game mode is that every person on each team gets a type of tank called a tank destroyer, which in result ends up in a giant tank deathmatch, but with an added conquest twist, in which they make a single objective on the map. You hold the objective longer, you win. You can also capture the objective quicker if you are in a tank. Now keep in mind, if you are playing with a group of friends, this will help you tremendously, just like in any other game mode, but especially in tank superiority. I found that almost every lobby I entered without a teammate, it was a guaranteed loss. The only way I was able to surpass and overcome the opposing team without a group of teammates that I could trust is using the RPG and Javelin to help the other random people on my team to use one last shot while in a tank fight that can make all the difference. Also, approaching this game mode like this become a lot less noticeable, and it is easier to sneak in and take the winning objective. But keep in mind, you're obviously a lot more vulnerable. There's a new type of vehicle in Armored Kill, and that is the Tank Destroyer. The first one is the 2S25 Spurt, and the second one is the M1128 mobile gun system. Now, the 2S25 Spurt is available on the Russian side of tank superiority. When using this tank, I found that it seemed to not quite match up to the M1128. In most tank fights I would get in while using this tank, it seemed I would lose almost every single one. While the M1128 mobile gun system available on the US side in tank superiority, I found this tank to be the superior vehicle in a tank fight, both of the normal tank and the tank destroyer. But I am sure that in the end, the tanks are both the same and just a matter of preference. Both tanks are available in all game modes. There are also a few new vehicles in Armored Kill. The one that stands out the most is the AC-130. Now I know it is quite the sight to see this vehicle shoot its flares, but it is also a very deadly weapon. This vehicle is only available in Rush and Conquest. It can only support 2 people using it at a time, but with how deadly it can be while using it, it can be just as deadly going up against it. There are 3 stations in it. You can only use 2 at a time though. Each person gets to use a primary gun and an AA gun. The first clip is the primary cannon. It has a thermal image to help you find your targets easier and shoots a massive shell that can kill anything within its radius. The next primary weapon is a machine gun. It can be just as deadly, if not deadlier, than the main cannon. With it being able to shoot so many powerful rounds with extreme accuracy, it is the hard weapon to go up against. The third position is accessible to each person in the AC-130, and it is the AA gun. With this plane being so massive and such an easy target, you can only imagine the use of the AA gun. Trying to fend off the incoming jets by yourself is not an easy task, so it is almost vital to have a teammate with you, either in the AC-130 or in a jet dogfighting. If you do not have somebody helping you out, your terror in the AC-130 will be short-lived. When playing Conquest, the AC-130 is accessible to each team if you capture a certain point on the map, which can be indicated by the plane-like symbol next to it. While in Rush, it is only available on the attacking side.
Enemy helicopter spotted. Over.
If you're not able to get inside the AC-130 and operate it, you can still parachute out of it, which if timed correctly, you can end up behind enemy lines and make a ton of damage. But if timed incorrectly, not only would you end up not making any progress in your push towards the enemy, but it could end up fatal. There's also one more vehicle I was able to use in Armored Kill, and that was the quad bike. In this DLC, the developers took a page directly out of Bad Company and applied it into this game, giving you this tool which makes for a fantastic transportation device. Now, Bandar Desert. This truly is the biggest map in Battlefield 3 history, or Battlefield history in general. Now, if you're looking at the screen right now, you can see that this is Conquest, and that E, which is the objective they have to have in order to fly the AC-130, is separated from everything else. But if you look at the other objectives, they're all rather close together, which makes for the action to be rather close together, even though the map is so massive. Now, I'm sure if you played this on PC, you would get a little bit more action out of it. On Xbox, Conquest gets a little bit redundant after a while, in my personal opinion. But it still is a very fun game mode, and I would recommend this map to anybody who is willing to play it.
Gotta attack this objective.
Now, Alborz Mountains. This is, hands down, is my favorite map in this DLC. Right now I'm playing Rush, and the first two sequences of Rush is extremely easy to do if you're on the attacking side with the AC-130, because you can just rain down death. Now, once you get to this point, there's this giant mountain that overlooks two of the incon stations, and you can pretty much see the entire map. Now, this may not be the most efficient way, but it is extremely deadly, and you can easily get a lot of kills. Now, once you get past this thing, you will die over and over and over and over. It gets crazy the amount of times you die after this area, because the situation where this place is held up at is so easily able to be defended that it is almost impossible to actually plant this down. Now, we actually lost this game, even though I think I got somewhere up in like the 50 kill range, and I know most of the teammates on my team got that as well, just because this area is so easily to defend, and the AC-130 is basically useless at this point. It is extremely hard to beat this part, so I'd recommend having a teammate or at least some form of team with you when trying to take this thing over. Now, I know I did not review the other two maps that are available in this DLC because honestly I did not play them on the short amount of time period that I had to do or to make this video. I apologize for that, but I still hope you did enjoy this gameplay. Anyways, guys, my name is DC, I'm kind of a big deal, and I'm out. Thank you for watching and taking your time to watch this video / review of Armored Kill from my perspective. If you liked it, please like, maybe share it, possibly a favorite. I had a lot of time, I spent a lot of time working on this and editing it, And if you are new, please subscribe. And don't forget, there's a live stream tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific. Don't miss it. I'll put the link in the description, and it is on the screen. It's going to be fun, and I hope you guys enjoy.